Hi, this is Dr. Disco Nap with Florida State University and Music Will, here to talk to you today about how to set hot cues in YouDJ. Hot cues are a very useful tool for DJs. They allow you to jump to any spot in the track. This became possible in the early 2000s as DJs started to experiment with digital controllers, and since they were playing digital files, pressing these buttons would just allow them to jump to any spot in the track, rather than on vinyl having to spin to find this spot. Let me show you how. Here we have the Flex 4 controller, and you notice on each deck we have these 8 performance pads on the bottom. These pads can be used for a variety of purposes, but today we're going to be using them to set hot cues, and you see here we have this hot cue enabled here. All right, in just a moment we're going to listen to a track and we're going to listen for spots that we think would be useful to jump to in our set. This could be the intro, the verse, or the chorus. Let's get into it. All right, here we have an example track loaded up in YouDJ. And let me go ahead and just play it from the beginning.
It's just another doorway.
Okay, it seems as though this track begins right on the verse. I think this is going to be useful for me, so let me go ahead and go back to the verse. There we go, get that playhead just right, and then set that, boom. Great, and you notice as soon as I press that button, it added a flag here on the waveform saying that there's the first hot cue right there. So not only is it useful to jump back and forth within a track, but visually, DJs often use the hot cues on the waveform so they can remember what spots are coming up. Okay, let's go ahead and keep playing, and I'm going to be listening for spots that I think are going to be useful to jump to later.
It's just another doorway to open up and see what kind of lifeline will be waiting there for me. I need to bury all these fears and let them fade away. I'm not scared, I'm prepared to find
Okay, I can hear there's a formal section coming up.
I wanna fly over mountains.
Okay, great. So this is the pre-chorus. I think this is an excellent spot to capture.
I'll rise up from the ashes. I won't burn again. I'll find my way through the bitterness I'm feeling.
All right, once again, I can hear another formal section is coming up. I'm getting ready. 1, 2, 3,
I'm still
4.
healing. I'm still healing.
Let's set another one here. Okay, great. So I have my 4 hot cues set. I think most of them are useful. I'm not too sure about that 4th hot cue. I don't know if I'm necessarily going to want to use that. And I want to be a little bit conscious about how many hot cues I'm setting, because too many hot cues becomes a little bit unmanageable. Okay, so let's go back into YouDJ and let's remove a hot cue. It's somewhat easy to do in YouDJ. I'm going to go here where it says Pro, select that, and it brings up a larger menu. And you see here's our 4 hot cues with their time codes. And very simply, I'm going to hit that X, and you'll notice that that 4th hot cue was removed. Excellent. Okay, now there's one limitation with YouDJ. YouDJ is a wonderful, very accessible platform for students to begin DJing. The only issue is within this user interface, you cannot delete hot cues 5 through 8. So with this controller, you can set 8 hot cues, but unfortunately, once you set 5 through 8, you're stuck with them. You can't delete them. You can delete 1 through 4, but you can not delete 5 through 8. So let's go ahead and jump back in here, and let's say later on, I decided to set a hot cue at this spot right here, and let's say I'm going to set it to my 7th pad. So I see here on YouDJ, I have that 7th hot cue listed there, but when I go to Pro, there's actually no way to, to access it. So now I am stuck with pads 5 through 8. So this becomes a little bit difficult to do in a classroom management situation. Once your students set 5 through 8, they're just sort of stuck with them. Nonetheless, being able to set 8 hot cues and then being able to delete 1 through 4 is a wonderful way to get your students to prepare their sets. They're listening to a track and to preparing what spots within the track they're going to want to use. And then also having students listen for the different formal sections within a track gives them a wonderful opportunity to explore form using hot cues.